Hello everybody and welcome year number 6 under the Hyland administration. It's time for men's basketball season. Ryan, coming off your best year in program history for you, what do you take from last year and how do you portray that into this year?
Yeah, I think we learned a lot during the season last year. We definitely dealt with a ton of adversity. We bring back a really nice group of 9 guys from last season that kind of went through the ringer there mid-January and February with our injuries and our health issues. And they've come back this fall really ready to go.
And one of the guys, too, obviously, that will be spotlighted is Doug Levy. He's won every accolade in the Northeast and in this area. How do you get him to play better than what he was last year?
He's competing with himself, and that's what we talked about this summer, and that's what we talked about in the spring before he left for school. We talked about him trying to beat himself from last year, and he's come in this fall stronger, with a better shot, with a better attitude, and in great shape, and he's ready to go.
And you've got some other players that with some size as well.
Yeah, we're big. We're big. We got, I think it winds up being 8 guys over 6'5", so it's a lot different than year 2 when there was, I think, 1 guy over 6'3", and we're trying to use that in the style and the way in which we play. Our length and our size is definitely going to be a big part of it.
Well, and let's stick with those guys. Are those guys that can run? Can they shoot? Do you want to pound it down low? What's your philosophy this year?
They're versatile. A guy like Kyle LaGuardia might be the most versatile guy in the country. He's about 6'6", and he'll play point guard at times for us this year. He'll guard centers. He'll guard the inbounds. He'll be the inbounder. He'll do a little bit of everything. He's had definitely the best start to practice for us so far. I think we're day 13 today, and it's been hard to find someone having a better start to the season than Kyle.
Another player, too, that was a spark plug and led the point at times, too, Romello Ford. What have you seen out of him so far?
He's a spark plug. Melo's our heart. Melo's our energy. Melo's our passion. When he is doing all of the things that he knows he can do well, and he brings that energy, he's tough, man. He's the toughest guy. He's a bulldog. He's got that little Napoleon complex, but another guy who took the summer to improve himself. He's stronger. He is shooting the ball so much better, and he's really understood the plays he's able to make now with his speed and with his ability to shoot for other guys.
Another player I know you guys are excited on is Jason Brower out of Syracuse. What does he bring?
Jason's good. Jason is, first and foremost, I think one of the most polite guys on our team, maybe outside of Corey Jones. He's like a walking saint. But Jason just gets it. He works hard. He's there for his team. If he gets 1 minute and 1 rep, or he gets all the reps, he's the same guy when practice starts that practice ended.
Do you have enough chairs on the bench for the 6 assistant coaches? Is it 6?
It's 7.
7, okay. So
and then you throw Jose in, it's 8, student assistant coach.
What do they bring? Because I know that they're obviously, you're leaning on them. And
they bring a lot of book bags to the office, I'll tell you that. It's great. I'm so fortunate to have these guys, and from guys like Wade Cornegay, who's been with me for 6 years now. He's an invaluable source to our guys. The repertoire he has and the respect that he has from our team has been great down the line. Each of them have brought so much to the table, and it's pushed me to become a better coach, a better organizer, a better leader, and I'm really fortunate for that.
And you mentioned that freshman class too, Dan, Garrison. What are you expecting out of that year of first-comers? Yeah,
we're really excited. I think we did a really good job, and Rob kind of spearheaded that as our recruiting coordinator last year. And I think those 2 guys bring extreme length, extreme size. Garrison's a 6'3", legitimate ball-handling guard, and Dan's 6'7" and growing. And then Dan looks like a sophomore year Doug. Like he skipped the freshman phase and kind of just moved forward. He's built like a tree, he's built like a rock, and I think those guys are going to help us right off the bat. Another
close personal friend for you, Sean Flores, takes over at CCNY. We both knew that he would be a head coach someday. Good to see him at CCNY. A little surreal? What are your taking?
He's the first branch in my coaching tree, so outside of, I think it's December 6th and then some other time in January, I'm rooting for Sean as hard as anybody else in the world. And, he's got a great ability to lead, and we saw a little bit of that here. His year of time over at Stack with Tobin Anderson, one of the best coaches in college basketball, Division 1, 2, or 3. Hopefully added to Sean's kind of portfolio, and I know he's going to do an amazing job with those guys at CCNY. They got a great leader of their program, and like I said, outside of those 2 games, when sorry, Sean, we're gonna try to beat you. You know, we're gonna be watching every box score, watching every live stream, sneaking up to the stands, and secretly wearing, you know, a CCNY Beaver shirt under there and rooting for him and his team's success.
Well, I'm glad you got the memo on the light blue shirt. That's Ryan Hyland, season number 6 for the Bloodhounds under the Hyland administration. They will take on Rutgers Camden on Wednesday.